Welcome to the Talking Sport Report podcast with Scotty and Eggo.
Unbelievable!
Welcome to Talking Sport Report. I probably just startled the person listening right now in the podcast. Sorry, I'll do that again, Scotty. Welcome to the Talking Sport Report podcast. My name is Eggo. This is Scotty. We are childhood best friends, part-time lovers, but more likely sport lovers. And hence why we do this podcast every Sunday night, Scotty. How are you, mate?
Yeah, half and half. Half and half. I'm all right. How for you? What a fucking fantastic way to cap off a weekend. Mate, how you going? How you feeling? What's happening?
I've got like a little bit of I feel like I've been off for the last 48 hours, and I put it down to the fact that I went to Origin on Wednesday night.
Went where?
To Origin. Yeah, I know I didn't tell you until right now, but I was there at the game.
Yeah, what, did you get media passes?
No, I didn't, but the Talking Sport Report was invited.
Yeah.
Did you not get that text?
Yeah, well, did you take the podcast credit card? Did you?
Did. Got a couple of cheekies on you. Thank you very much for that, mate. I really do appreciate it, because you bought the Stone and Wood, not the Hahn, which I'm really appreciating.
Either.
None of that 4 pints crap, mate.
How was it?
It was awesome. And I had a bit of a conundrum to Scotty. Firstly, getting the tickets. Knowing that it was going to piss down.
Yes.
And you start to think, ooh, do I go to an Origin game where you know it's going to rain? And then I checked the tickets thinking, well, you know, the Aussie Stadium's pretty good. Like, there's a lot of the seats have got undercover. Like, it's like up to row 15 or 16, you're pretty much undercover. We're row 9. Right. So we're right up against the fence. We had a real nice close one, but we were going to be wet. So we grabbed the ponchos. And we decided to go along. I went with a good friend of mine, Jack Ball, who's a Broncos and Queensland supporter.
And
so it was nice to have the yin and the yang sitting together, because one of us was going to be happy and one of us is going to be sad.
Definitely.
Now, my bigger issue, Scotty, and I'd love to get your thoughts on this.
Mm-hmm.
What was the halftime score? It was like 20-6?
20-4 or 26, 26.
So New South Wales could not have played any shitter on Wednesday night that first half. That was fucking abysmal. And we were sitting down the end that Queensland scored all the tries on. So we had, luckily, without us knowing, we had all but one of the tries scored at our end.
Oh, which was Hudson Young's.
Yeah, which is good. So we had a good end, but we got to witness To'o drop a million balls, Crichton drop a million balls, and I was sitting there going, all right, the forecast is torrential rain for the back of the second half. Do we just cut our losses here, 20-4 down, and bail? And the thought was, maybe after if the 10 minutes are up in the first half and the second half, and Queensland are wiping our asses, maybe we hit for the hay and we go. Yeah. Luckily, it was pretty even, and the rain did really fall, but it was worth it.
So my question is, had we been up 20, had New South Wales been up 20-6 at halftime, and Jack had turned around and gone, fuck, oi, Eggo, do you want to get out of here? Would you have been as receptive?
Not.
Yes.
I said, mate, look, we both got the train here. You can go and get the train home if you like. Go beat the crowds. I'll be sweet. I've got Scotty's card. I've got the Talking Sport Report credit card. I'll be good.
Got limo and speed dial.
Yeah.
Oh, so... Right, okay. So had you at any point turned around, you know, from the siren for halftime to maybe 2 minutes into the second half, had you at any point turned around and gone, fuck, let's go, you weren't leaving alone, were you? You fully expected the Queenslander to be coming with you.
Yeah. Well, you can't. Hey, you know what I did also notice about Origin, and it's funny.
Shit.
It's good to be a female at State of Origin.
Well, hey, you wouldn't know.
Well, no, but I'd say it is. You know how you go to anything, and I mean anything, and the line for the women's toilets are always 400 kilometres long.
Yep.
The men's line at the footy stadium, because it is obviously a majority of the crowd are blokes, the line for the urinal was out of control. It was like one of those beer snakes at the MCG on Boxing Day. And I just thought to myself, this is the one time I've ever thought, wow, if I was a woman, I could just go straight in there. And I didn't. I didn't.
You didn't? Okay.
No.
Okay. But see, and do you know what blows my mind? The amount of these toilets at the stadium are not the cleanest.
They are
Because you
not.
know, after a few, men tend to lose their aim. They're basically pissing everywhere but straight.
Yeah,
The
and the
amount of
biggest problem
men-
is it's the comments. It's like, oh, Billy, and he turns and then
Yeah.
pisses all over the
He's
floor.
still, yeah. But
know what I
what
mean?
blows my mind is these guys. So I don't know about you, but I've been into a cubicle in the past where I leave the door open, I take a slash.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah, for a slap, even for a shit.
No, not for a shit. Well, no, not that I can
look,
see.
mate,
Oh.
that is game. That is game. Like literally, just door
Anyway.
open. You're chatting to people as they're pissing, and you're just dumping one out.
Maintaining eye contact.
I would pay to see that. That is brilliant.
Anyway, the amount of guys that are going into these cubicles that are saturated with piss and they're shutting the door and they're locking it.
Mm.
You're not going in there for a shit, mate. Why do you need to shut the door and lock it? Why?
Some people are the master of the 60-second shit.
I'm
push,
telling you though.
go.
I'm
Yeah.
guarantee they are not in there. Why? Why'd you lock the door, mate?
That's
What are
true.
you doing in there?
And I don't think you need 4 people to wipe your ass.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hang on a minute. I don't know about that one.
It just
Don't
depends.
rule anything
A
out.
bad Vindaloo in the pre-game.
Yes. If you buy Indian anywhere within a vicinity of a stadium, you're fucked.
Yeah,
You are
exactly.
fucked.
Hey, tonight we're going to go over the Origin quickly because there's a few big, question marks raised around the next lot of selections for Game 2, which, 7 days away, aren't they, Scotty? They'd be pretty much after
Well,
next
listen-
weekend's game. Is that right?
What are we, 2.5 weeks away from the next game? So would we be...
Yeah, we would be. It'd have to be.
Yeah. Safe to
So
say what... get
Monday
named.
next week, so a week
Yeah.
tomorrow or a week whenever
the
you hear this,
8th.
is when the sides will get picked again. So it means one more round of footy before we all know the next array of teams. So we're going to go through that, some of the things that we've noticed and caught our eye this week in the NRL. And we have to touch on quickly, I've got half a mongrel, Scotty. The New York Knicks, they're in the finals and they're taking on the Spurs. Oh, mate. We're not a
Right,
basketball podcast, but fuck, we'd have to just touch on it quickly.
One, you're a fucking liar. Because you showed me pre-show, it's not a half mongrel. It's angry. It's fucking aggressive. It's very red.
Yeah, well, I've lost a lot of blood.
Oh, so if you do pass out at any point, okay.
You know
okay.
what's happened. I just thought about the Knicks.
when does that start?
That starts Wednesday our time. So
All right, and we're going to touch on that a little bit later.
We'll touch on a little bit later.
What about the NBA?
Oh,
yeah,
good one. And then we'll get to
Oh.
Comment Club. We've got some fantastic emails coming through and a brand new look Jimmy's 3-2-1s, which I'm looking forward to as well.
Ooh,
But let's kick it
yes.
off with Origin's biggest questions. Scotty, what surprised you the most about Origin 1?
Straight off the bat and off the top of my head, I was surprised how, now hear me out, how shit Cleary was in the first 40.
Oh, get out of town.
No, like the first 40, he didn't do a lot.
But what could he
At
have
all.
done? Because everyone was losing the ball around him.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It just shocked me. Like he was like second 40. That's the Cleary we know. There's a 40-20 in there. He was just commanding the game. He was controlling the game. But that first 40, it just kind of surprised me. Like we have said in the past that he hasn't done a lot in Origin. But it just kind of shocked me. I honestly thought he'd step up a bit. And
Question quickly about Cleary.
Yep.
The 40-20. Pretty impressive, right?
Yeah, always.
When was the last time you saw somebody hit a gap that wet, because it was pissing down with rain, that wet and that tight, because Hammer was right up against that sideline and he still threaded it through. I reckon all this time with Mary has served him well.
Did the hammer hit the fence?
He might have.
Yeah,
But
I'm
how
sure.
do you thread it through when it's that wet and that tight?
I couldn't tell you because we don't have that website in Australia anymore. So that was actually probably the quickest finish I'd had.
Yeah.
But no, it was a glorious 40-20. It was absolutely sensational.
Something beautiful. Beautiful.
And you know what? It probably doesn't really fall in this because really took me by surprise, but didn't. Ethan Strange. We've made no secret over the past 12 to 18 months or 12 months that we're a big fan of Ethan Strange, especially you, froth on him. Absolutely love him, and that's fair. He's a great footballer. I think he adapted well. For his debut, I thought he was fantastic, and then backed it up again today.
Scored
Absolutely
a try
amazing.
for Canberra. I mean, the big question is, and also I know with the Panthers, Casey McLean was fucking awesome. Coming on for your mate who copped an earful from Kalen Ponga.
Yeah. Fucking got hammered.
Bit of shoulder. I know
dead.
there's a lot of Queenslanders that are upset, but a bit of shoulder in there as well. I don't think you can say it's all head clash. There was definitely a little bit of shoulder in there as well. Like, there's been some good calls. I think Cooper Cronk said it. Like, you can't deny that it's a send off. But if he would have given 10 minutes, I'd have been fine with that too. Like, it's one of those ones where I think the right call was still made. It was a terrible tackle, and part of me was actually both of me was really excited because it took Ponga out of the game, and it also meant he wouldn't get injured in the last 20 minutes.
Yes,
he was taking some high balls and doing backflips, and I'm thinking, are you trying to break your neck?
I thought that. Like, is it so difficult for him to catch a ball like a normal fullback?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't understand. It was like he'd take the ball in the air and just he'd want to come down on his back.
I think he was scared because he got hit a few really big shots. And a person next to me did make the call that when he's in the air and falling, he can't get taken in the air. And then when he's on the ground, they make the tackle. There's no hit. The way you kick a ball, you make them just hit the ground, then you slam them. And so I think he was doing that. So he would take the 1 meter fall because it's better than getting absolutely poleaxed by some of the people who are coming through clear trying to put the pressure on him. But you're right. Going back to your original point, Ethan Strange, phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yes. Fantastic. And I've actually skipped ahead, haven't I? Because I've just gone down your list and seen that you've listed this.
That's fine. It's fine because you know what the interesting part is? The story at the moment is going around that Laurie Daly is not going to pick Ethan Strange and Casey McLean for games 2. I don't know if is Laurie trying to lose? Does he want to not be the coach anymore? Does he
New South Wales are hoping he's thinking that.
Well, no, we need him to win this year. We need him to do one more year so that way then you get Ivan Cleary in 28.
Yeah, well,
but if he loses this year, they've got to put someone in next year. And what if they do really well? Then he can't put Cleary in 28. So we're in a tough spot.
No, do you know who might do well and wouldn't ruin New South Wales with back-ended deals? Desi. Can't do back-ended deals in Origin, can you? Unless
you'd find a way.
Unless you're 30 grand, you're going to get 10 this year, and we'll give you the other 20 in a couple of years. Yeah, you're right. He'd find a way. But anyway, so Ethan Strange, he was fantastic. Laurie, I'm confused, concerned, worried, not quite sure where he's going to go, what he's going to do with his selection. You know, there's a lot of chatter I'm in a Supercoach chat. I don't do Supercoach this year. Fucking couldn't wrap my head around it. Anyway, a lot of chat that, Laurie's just going to pick the same side. He's 1-0 up. He's going to think he's the fucking king. He's just going to pick the same side. I mean, Ethan Strange, he doesn't deserve to lose his spot at all. If Moses is fit, what do you do? We've said in the past that, we would have won that series had Moses been fit for all 3 games.
I know. But Ethan Strange is...
Yeah,
he's
the future.
He's like Laurie Daly back in the day. Like, he's that good. And the funny thing is you hear Ricky Stewart in his press conference say things like, he's not even like close to being a finished product yet. And this kid just went out there and played like it was his 16th Origin game. Like, he is just awesome.
Absolutely smashed it.
So amazing. And even Casey McLean as well, like taking those high balls late in the game, it's pissing with rain.
Yeah.
It's going fucking sideways all over my poncho. And he's taken speckies here, there and everywhere. Like, they both deserve a spot. But then what do you do? Because, Staggs played out of his skin. Does Crichton go? But then you got Latrell coming back. The word is Payne Haas coming back. Shit. Like, Payne Haas could play every position. He's coming back.
Crichton was shit.
He had his moments. Liam Martin back from injury. Moses maybe back from injury. And then Latrell back. Like, this is good spot.
A lot to pick from. It's a good headache to have, but then at the same time, it's who do you drop? Who comes in? Who misses out? Who didn't do enough to keep their spot?
Do you then look at it, because you never want to change a winning side, do you look at it and say, all right, Strange goes on at 6, Moses comes off the bench.
That's a good call.
Not that you want to have that, but imagine having Cleary, Moses, and Strange out there. If Cleary, Moses goes on as a roving 13, and does what Queensland do every year against us when they bring a Hunt or a Ponga on and just tear us apart with that extra playmaker. Like, that would be nuts. Imagine just having to line up as Queensland to go, shit, all right, Moses one side, Strange in roaming and Cleary roaming. Like, it would just be, that would be brutal.
Do you know what's completely fucking ridiculous? You just said like a Ponga or a Hunt. My first thought went back to like, why are we discussing Carmichael Hunt when that guy hasn't played the game for how long? I didn't even give Ben Hunt a thought.
Poor old Benny.
Good headache to have. It'd be interesting. This is the time where if you and I sit down and go, right, okay, who's going in Laurie's next squad? Who's getting picked? It'd be an absolute fucking nightmare. Because you'll look back on it the day the team's announced, compare ours to his, and like, holy shit. You'd be so off. You'd end up having Matt Burton at fucking lock, knowing Laurie. You got fucking Adam Fanua-Blake at fullback because we didn't want to drop him, but Payne Haas is coming back. You just don't know what Laurie's going to fucking do.
That's true. And you know what? A few other quick points on this before we get to what caught our eye for this rounds of footy. But I must admit, I was very upset to see Burton out there. I think he does a really good job as the 19th man. Like, he's been very, very famous at being 18th, 19th man. Like, what are they doing? Giving him game time? Like, he is trying to get a record here, Laurie. He's trying to get a record for the most capped player to never actually run on and actually play.
Like, Laurie.
Unbelievable scenes. The other funny part was sitting with a Queensland supporter, and I thought this was really funny. So Jack, during the game, every time Teddy did something that wasn't quite up to standard, and then all hail Teddy. Teddy was a god in this game. He played brilliantly. But every time he did something that wasn't quite up to par, he would scream out, well, Edwards wouldn't have done that. Edwards wouldn't have thrown that pass. And to Jack's credit, when he did score that winning try, he did say, well, Edwards probably would have taken that catch either. So that's
spot on. But no, I done the same thing. That pass, it was like, 5-on-1, and he's thrown it at Ola Kawatu's ankles.
Yes. Who was battling some heavy cramp after that.
Wasn't he? Wasn't he the poor bastard? I put it straight in the Supercoach chat. I'm like, fucking Edwards wouldn't have done that. Edwards would have fucking scored. We'd be fucking leading by now if we just picked Edwards. Teddy went over to score the winner, and I'm like, who the fuck wanted Edwards? Why do you want Edwards when you got Teddy that's just doing this for fun?
So good.
Typical.
All right. Well, next week on the pod, we'll be going over the Origin. Because the thing is, as we've now realised coming into the last week of Origin, that final weekend is like the Hunger Games. Who's going to make it through the final round and actually have the chance to be picked, or who's going to blow out an injury calf or, do a pork rope?
There's some injuries already floating around.
Poor old Blake Brayley. Like, he could not have played any better in Origin 1 and then breaks his arm. Like, that's so sad. But we'll get to that next week.
Yes, we will. Paddy Carrigan as well.
Yeah.
He's a bit of trouble there by the looks of it. So it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, good. Fucking hell, it's about time. Fucking hell.
Even enough on that side. So, Scotty, what caught your eye from this round of footy? Be it a smaller round, but at least not as small as last week's little micro penis
Jesus
of a round.
Christ. What caught my eye was something from the commentators. 12 months ago in Brisbane. 12 months ago in Brisbane. Yeah. What's the significance? What happened? Why did it catch my eye? That was the last time the Dragons won away. It was in Brisbane. Time. It was in fucking Brisbane 12 months ago. There you go. Insane.
How did we miss that? Because we were sort of going back and forth on when the Dragons would make. And of course, why wouldn't we think they'd beat the Broncos in Brisbane? Like, what were we thinking to say the Titans later on in the year? Like, of course they're going to beat the Broncos in Brisbane. What the fuck is going on? That's crazy.
Broncos officially their bitch?
I think they could be, especially at home.
Yeah, at the moment, the Broncos are almost everyone's bitch. But Yes, 12 months ago in Brisbane was the last time the Dragons won away before today.
And the
before
ironic
weekend.
part is it's probably 11 months since they actually had won, so it's almost the same thing.
Yeah, well, yeah. So what was it? 15 games. First win in 15, and yes, first in 12 months away from home, which is insane. I thought that was a ripper stat, caught my eye, and something that I was a little bit excited about. Just quietly.
What caught my eye, and it is a little bit Origin related.
Mm-hmm.
Is Laurie Daly a master at the game, or is he just the luckiest bastard ever? Because that side looked dishevelled in the first half, as we know, and they were dropping balls left, right, and centre. Did he plan for Ponga to get sent off? Was that part of his plan? He was just so chill. He's like, you know what? It's all right. Ponga will shoulder charge later. We'll get him. We'll get him in the end.
So just quickly, that is very Origin related. Not a little. It's very,
very,
like,
very.
It's fucking Origin.
That's true.
Do you know what? His celebration when Teddy scored the winner. It's like he was 13. He just saw his first set of boobs. Did you see it? He was like it was just like a child that, yeah, he fucking.
Who were yours? Who were your first set?
Mums.
Same, your mums. They're great, aren't they?
Oh,
Love you, Tess.
Jesus. Oh, fucking hell.
Anyway, what else caught your eye? What else caught your eye?
My question, and it's again, it's back to the Brisbane game. What the fuck was it going to achieve? Madge leaving the box and going down the sideline.
I was praying for a Nathan Brown moment because that's what they needed. They just needed a slap in the fucking face.
He was he bailed. Obviously, he bailed, and the commentators are talking about how he's channeled his inner Bellamy. He didn't come back. He went down the sideline. I thought, what the fuck are you going to achieve, mate? But then, in saying that, they did score 20-odd points whilst he was down there. So
pressure,
kind of backfired on me.
Nah, you know what it was? I reckon it was pressure. They must have known he would have slapped their ass. Because that guy's not backward in coming forward. He would hand it out. I reckon his kids would be scared at bedtime. They will know that if they don't get to bed, they'll be doing the beat test tomorrow morning at 6:00.
Yes, 6:00 won't be that late.
No, that's true. They'll be finished by 6:00. Yeah. Sorry.
my thought just at the time was more of a, well, what the fuck are you going to achieve, dude? Like, what is this? But then in saying that, they did lose by 6 or 4? 4. So yeah, they did pile on some points, but again, still didn't do much. So yeah, I was just a little bit confused as to what he was trying to achieve.
Yeah, well,
what caught your eye though?
Well, it's kind of related to that. What caught my eye? They do say, there's a stat going around that no side that has had 50 put on them has ever then gone on to win the comp.
100%.
And that's the big one. And I think the reason why it's 50 and not 49, I'm pretty sure the Knights had 49 put on them the year they won in 2001.
Really?
Maybe
That's
by
so
the Eels.
Fucking random. 49.
Look it up.
Though.
I know. I think
that was 2001.
2001. I'm 99% sure that's the reason why people say 50.
Yes. So you are spot on.
Bang.
2001. Round 22, the Sharks defeated the Knights 49-30. Fuck, there was some defence, wasn't there?
It's the year of the defence.
Well, I've gone through these. Fuck, did the Knights have a defence at all? 54-26, they won.
Nah, they were you know what they were? They were like Butterbean, the big boxer, just throwing haymakers left, right. And if you got knocked out, you got knocked out. But yeah, there you go. So that's the reason why it's 50.
Well, there you go. But fucking have a go at this. So the Knights, just a quick snippet, round 16 lost 46-18 to the Dogs. The week after, they've come out and lost 40-0 to Parramatta. The week after that, they've come out and decided they want to have a crack, and they've beat Brisbane 44-0. Then they've come out.
The one thing you're not thinking about here, and you got to keep this in mind, is the Andrew Johns factor. Which games was he playing? Which games was he not playing? Because that could be a genuine sway of 50 points either way.
They've come out and done Melbourne 48-16, and then 37-30 they've beat New Zealand. Fucking 54-26 the week after. There was just points galore from that Newcastle side.
That was a crazy year. So
48-32.
That was the benchmark, right? If a side got 50 put on them, they could never win the comp. I've got a new benchmark, and it's a long way to get to here, but I've got a new benchmark.
Right,
if the Dragons beat you, you can't win the comp.
That's a fucking good one.
I think that is locked in. I think you can just lock it in now. The Broncos have got zero chance this year of winning the comp. If you let the Dragons beat you, you are not winning the comp. That's worse than 50.
That's, you know what, and that could not be any more accurate. Can I just go back to this 2001 season real quick again?
I will always be happy to talk about the Knights 2001 premiership. Yes, sir, you can.
I just said to you, they're 54-26. Then the Knights have lost 49-30. Then they've come out and lost 36-32. Then they've played, St. George, and lost 38-12. Fucking 34-18 they've won the week after. And then they beat Penrith 60-18. Fuck, there's some points in there.
Mate, you know what this sounds like? This sounds like the last 12 rounds of the NRL.
Oh, exactly. Holy shit.
Yeah. Fuck.
Wow.
Anyway.
All right, so
what else took your eye?
You, well, just quickly, there you have it. So you cannot win the comp if you are beaten by the Dragons.
Put a line through them now. Just put a line through them now.
This is a quick one that I noticed because I logged on so you and I can catch up and have a chinwag. Yeah. I was following the Penrith Warriors game on the NRL website, and something that caught my eye. Has this feature always been a thing? You click on the game and it fucking tells you which players are currently on the field and which players are off. That's game changer for me because I love that shit. Just sitting there going, well, fuck. Like if right now, right, if there was 30 minutes to go and I'm not watching because we're about to start recording and I've got a multi going, I'm going, well, fuck me. Is he even on? Is Liam Martin there? Bang. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's still on. Holy shit. That caught my eye and that has made my afternoon / evening / night. It's really good.
Let's not lie. That's an important thing, and because let's be honest, most sports do have it. That's how the NBA does it too. That's when you know your multi's fucked. When in the fourth quarter you see all your starters off, and you're like, Durant's not going to score 25 tonight. Fuck. You know, that's when you know you. So about time the NRL caught up, then I guess.
Well, that's the thing. Has this always been a thing? If anyone knows, please let me know because I'm blown away by that. That has absolutely made my night. That caught my eye.
All right. Well, I've got no more, and I know you got one more to go. Yeah, so before we get to the new look, Jimmy, our throat goats, 3, 2, 1s. What's your last one?
How fucking wrong we were. We sat here.
You're going to have to narrow that down, Scotty, because we're wrong about a lot of things. So you're going to have to if you'd have said how right are we, I'd go, I know exactly what you're talking about because it would have been the one thing.
How wrong we were. That's it. Just like letting everyone know we're fucking wrong. We sat here. 13 weeks or so ago, 14 weeks ago, and said that the fucking Warriors, they're just there to make up the numbers. They are woeful.
Same about the Sharks too.
They were, fuck, come on, they're sitting 8th. And they were I know, but
but they just put the sword to.
Sword to.
No, that's true. You did fight back. That's right. It was at halftime. It looked like it was going to be all over, and then
both teams were shit. But fucking hell, they were bad. But yeah, we were. I, for one, put my hand up and say I actively said that they are shit and the Warriors are just going to make up the numbers like they do every year. They won't make the 4. They'll be lucky to make the 8. And here they are. They've lost by, 2 points to a stunning Penrith side.
Can we also just showcase just how far in front the Panthers are? So the Panthers currently, after this many rounds of 11 played, they have won 10. And who did they rest tonight?
Isaiah Yeo, Brian To'o, and Nathan Cleary.
And they still beat number 2 side.
That's huge. It is huge, eh?
Oh, just give them their title now. So that's 5 in 6 years.
Yeah, that's fucking massive. Wow.
Just lock it in. Anyway. All right, we've got to get to our 3-2-1s. And yeah, apologies to all you Warriors fans out there. I know one of our big boys, Super Mario, up in Brisbane. I know he's a Broncos tragic being up there in Brisbane, but I'm pretty sure he also supports the old Warriors too, being a New Zealand boy.
If you've got any Brisbane friends out there, people, just do a welfare check, please. Just make sure they're okay.
Oh, shit. And if they're not, just remind them they lost to the Dragons. Just remind them straight away.
Just let them know.
Now,
please.
our throat goat, our regular throat goat here, and again, for any new listeners, a throat goat's not a bad thing. It's a term of endearment. If you're a throat goat, you are
special.
You're looking out for this podcast, and we really, really appreciate it. Our man, Jimmy, who listens to every podcast, thank you, Jimmy. He is an advocate of rugby league. He watches every game religiously, and we decided to change up his 3-2-1s. We said we don't really want a Daly M because we've got a Daly M. You know, the 3-2-1s are great, questionable at times, and I also question his judgment at times on who he thinks the best player is, but the man knows how to pick out a great moment. So his 3-2-1s now are his 3 best moments of the round.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to this. It's an audio piece. Are you ready to hear Jimmy for the first time ever on the podcast?
Let's go.
Gentlemen and Scott. Look, firstly, you got to start with the Dragons. Haven't won a game all year. Fantastic result, beating the Broncos. Another kick in the dick for Queenslanders and the guys up north.
Agreed.
Which I thought was fantastic. The other one I would probably mention, I was sort of struggling a bit this week, but I'd probably mention Peter Goff giving the what I can only assume is work experience cameraman an absolute spray when he ended up on the field, pretty much as the try was being scored. So Peter Goff just giving him an absolute serving was fantastic. And yeah, that's sort of where I ended this week. Actually, I would like to, while I'm here, actually give a couple of shout outs. One to one of our goats, Jono, who I haven't seen for years and years and years, and I saw him, believe it or not, in the beer line at the Knights Para game last night. Although that was out of character for both of us. It was fantastic to catch up with the big man. And the other one, the other shout out I want to give a quick holler to is another avid listener of the show, Rowan Freeburn. Now he scored he wanted everyone to know that he scored his second goal of the season today in his football. But I've seen video footage of it, and he was miles offside. So I just thought I'd mention that. He really wanted everyone to know, but we have seen footage. And he was miles off. So, anyway, keep up the good work. Love it, and we'll keep going and chat soon.
I think, you know what? I love that. That's Jimmy, our throat goat. So he's had one job. Give us a 3-2-1. He gave us 2 of them. Couldn't find a third, and then decided to switch in to do some fucking shout outs. That's the only way I would have wanted it, to be fair.
Look, do you know that the best part about this is apparently he's consumed less alcohol than he normally would. So it could potentially get worse. It could get better.
Oh, it's so good. I'm so much happier with this version of Jimmy's 3-2-1s.
Wow.
And by all means, if you would like to send us a video message or actual video, you can. Like, email us anytime, talkingsportreport@gmail.com, or just shoot us through a voice memo or a video. We've got one actually coming up later tonight, Scotty, in our comment club, which is awesome.
We'll touch on the voice memo, video, whatever it may be, a little bit further down the track, because that is an absolute ripper idea that came to us from a listener, actually.
Very, very good. So before we get to Comment Club and go through all the emails of the week, we do have to touch on what I consider to be Eggo Christmas. This is the first time
frothing
since 1999 that I get the chance to watch the New York Knickerbockers in the NBA Finals, my friend. And the best part about this was today there was a Game 7 in the NBA.
Huge.
If you don't watch the NBA, the OKC are your Penrith Panthers. They have got, they won last year. Everyone said they're going to win this year and probably for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
And they got beaten by the Spurs, which, again, trying to put this on NRL terms, it's probably like... It's
Don't
kind
say
of
Sharks.
Nah, it's not the Sharks.
Go on.
Maybe it's the Raiders because of Ethan
Oh,
Strange.
okay.
Like a young gun who's just going to be a phenomenal player. The hardest thing is there's no one really out there. It's like a young Nathan Cleary or even better. Victor Wembanyama is 7'60". He's the tallest fucking human in the world, I think. The guy has 7 butts. He's that tall.
Fucking Jesus.
He's a freak, and he's already that good. And the fact that he's taken his side already to the NBA Finals is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm in a really good spot where if the Knicks were playing the OKC, I'd have been pissed if the Knicks lost. I'm not saying I want the Knicks to lose, but if they were to lose a 7-game series to Wembanyama, who's going to be like the next greatest potentially, like we may be talking about this in 15 years' time that it's Michael Jordan, LeBron, or Wembanyama are the 3 best players of all time. That's how good this kid is.
That's huge.
So this is his 3rd year in the NBA, mate. 3rd year. It's crazy.
It's fucking insane. That is insane.
And he's basically just dragged his side all the way. So it kicks off Wednesday morning our time, the 7 games, the first 2 in San Antonio. So here's my theory. The Knicks need to steal one in San Antonio. Okay. Because they're not going to... I think it's going to be tough to win both in New York. New York, can you imagine? Yep. I was telling you the other day that courtside seats were $100,000 for the New York Knicks.
Oh, yeah.
They'd be like 200, maybe $300,000 now for courtside. Like it's just... it would be a whole new level.
It's funny you say that. I was at the gym this morning and they have... on one of the TVs in front of the treadmills, they have the American Today Show. And I was reading the closed captions, and it basically said that it is that expensive to go watch the Knicks at Madison Square Garden that Knicks fans find it cheaper to book flights, book accommodation, and watch them away.
Wow.
Which is fucking insane. That is ridiculous.
That is insane.
Ridiculous.
But makes total sense, and it makes sense why basically every time the funniest thing about the Knicks were when they played the 76ers in Philadelphia, it felt like a home crowd for the Knicks. The same thing happened in Cleveland for the Cavs games. Like they actually felt like a Knicks game to the point where the Cavs, I think in games 4, remove some of the New York celebrities that were courtside to a different seat in the stadium because they didn't want it to have this incredible feel. Like there were New York chants going up in the middle of the fucking game in an opposition's city. This doesn't make any sense.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So when does this start?
Wednesday morning. Right. It's all on. Now I've got one very eerie stat for you, and I don't even know if I want to bring this up.
Oh,
I don't know if I want to bring this up.
Is this like a case of you fucking jinxed it, you've ruined it,
massively?
Why'd you do this?
Okay, let me run you through a few things. I'm gonna ask you a few questions. I'm gonna ask you a few questions now.
Okay.
This is New York Knicks. This is very important.
Right.
The New York Knicks' best player, Jalen Brunson, has had an incredible year. People are now saying the way he has played in these playoffs puts him in the like you've got to start considering him one of the best, 4 or 5 players in the league now.
Right.
He's been awesome, and he has literally dragged the Knicks to the NBA Finals for the first time since '99.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
His father also played for the New York Knicks. His name was Rick Brunson. So Rick Brunson was also a player, nowhere near the level of Jalen, but still a very, very good player.
Okay.
What happened in New York, Scotty, back in 2001? Just in general, like a world event.
Oh, inside job. Inside job. 9/11. 9/11. Bush happened.
You wanted to leave with it. You're leading with inside job. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So 9/11 happened. All right, that's bad. And where was 9/11? Where did that take place?
New York. That year it was New York.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know what number Jalen Brunson has?
No.
11.
Right. Oh.
Do you know what number Rick Brunson had?
I'm going to assume 9, or this story has no relevance to 9/11.
Yeah. 9.
Wow.
So Rick and Jalen are 9/11, and he is now the lead. Is this a good or is this good or
Wow.
bad? Is this a good or a bad omen? Is what I'm asking you.
Oh, wow.
Wembanyama's the size of a plane.
He's fucking the size of one of the Twin Towers. Oh, it's like huge.
This is where I'm worried.
wow.
I don't know if that's an omen or a bad thing. Like, is this like New York fighting back from 9/11?
Oh,
The best thing since 9/11?
I mean,
Jalen Brunson?
the best thing since, like, I mean, yeah, okay, I do. I was thinking, like, this is the best thing since that happened because that was awesome. Like,
But
that's
the
how
Yankees have been there and they've done
Oh,
well
yeah.
in the time, so you can't say that. But maybe if I don't know. The thing with New York is the Knicks are the most important team in that entire place. So the Jets could win a Super Bowl, the Giants could win the
Yeah.
Super Bowl, Yankees could win the World Series. Whatever the fuck they could win whatever they want to win. But if the Knicks were to win the NBA Finals, that is the greatest thing in the world for New York people. Not that I'm a New Yorker, but I am a New York supporter.
huge.
So that all starts Wednesday, so I guess we'll keep an eye on it, and I guess that'll be the big thing. If you've got any theories floating through for the NBA Finals, any multis, we will take those as well. Love a good NBA multi. talkingsportreport@gmail.com. All right, let's get to Comment Club.
It's time for Comment Club. Normally I ignore all the comments. I get a lot of them. I've got to get paid for this crap.
All right, you get this part of the podcast very easily. Drop us a message, talkingsportreport@gmail.com. Slide into our DMs at Talking Sport Report on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook now. We're actually on Facebook as well. And you can also leave us a 5-star review in any of the podcast apps, and we would really appreciate that because it helps big time.
Definitely.
Getting some great listens off the back of the Stuart McGill podcast a few weeks ago. We're hitting high numbers for us, so we're
Don't
super
jinx
pumped.
us.
I know. Thank you for listening to the pod. We really, really appreciate it, and we love it even more if you write to us or message us. As I said, we're happy to have video or audio messages. So, Scotty, what do we got? We've got our regular throat goat straight out of the gates, I'm guessing.
We do. We've actually got a little bit. I've got the customary email coming, but I took a call midweek from a listener, a guy that we've discussed or mentioned previously. Gentleman you've played, used to play tennis with, Benny Kelly. He got a shout out last week, as did his young daughter, Eve. He called me, and he's if we've got, say, 90 odd listens on that Stuart McGill podcast, the way he's talking, he is 85 of them. He said he absolutely loves it. He's given it plenty of listens. Got his brother onto it, Dan. Absolute ripper brothers they are. He gave me a buzz, threw out a suggestion that you did touch on previously, but just to elaborate, if at any point you don't want to send an email or you don't want to drop a comment or slide into our DMs, drop us a 30-second video if you want. Send us a voice clip, something.
Yeah.
We will use it. And like Benny said, he said, can you imagine just turning around and going, just pulling us up on YouTube and going, oh, babe, nah, come look at this. Are you ready? Oh, there I am. And there's your big mug on the TV.
Definitely.
Like, go for it.
Drop videos for sure, because we can chuck you. You will literally see yourself, your beautiful or ugly mug, depending on your genetics, on YouTube, and you'll hear yourself in any of the podcasts. So that's
absolutely. And
we'll leave them as unedited as possible.
Yes. Now, speaking of, with hearing yourself on the podcast or seeing, we won't go with seeing this week, but do you have an example?
I do. Benny's young one, Eve. She loved her shout out last week, and she left us this message.
Hey, Scotty and Eggo, thanks for the shout out for me going to Italy. I'll let you know how my dance trip goes in Italy. By the way, go the Blues!
Can we confirm that maybe it was Eve that got the Blues over the line? Because that's passion.
I think so. I think so. That was absolutely fantastic. Benny, thank you.
Thank you.
Rip
Thank you,
idea.
Eve.
So we would absolutely love to see some clips, hear some voice notes, anything. Absolutely. Now, do you have anything?
Nah, hit us with it.
Yeah, just rip it off like the Band-Aid.
Rip it off like the Band-Aid.
When is the ban hammer coming is the subject.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
lads, as I sit here typing this email, I'm thinking about the week that was. First of all, New South Wales beat Queensland in State of Origin 1. Strange enough, a large rain band came from the north and dumped their salty tears all over us. How about all the complaints about the send-off? Not like that didn't happen in New South Wales last year. I've not heard that level of whimpering since the old priests were breaking in the new altar boys in the back room. Oh, I've got to start reading these. Manly took on the Sharks this week.
You
know
need
what
to make
Manly
him,
were-
you need to make him do voice memos so you can just go brush your hands of it and say it's all him.
Yes. So don't worry about the emails. Start sending us your thoughts in voice notes, Sluggy, please. Manly took on the Sharks this week. You know what Manly reminds me of? A piece of crust on a loaf of bread. Everyone sees it, but no fucker likes it at all. Anyways, Manly lost and everyone feels better, even the Queenslanders. I like the crust.
Well, that's 'cause you're a
like-
Manly supporter.
I like toasting the crust and having it with butter.
I
Yes.
guarantee if he was saying the crust was New Zealand Warriors supporters, you'd be like, I hate the crust.
I hate the crust. I fucking never liked it. The Eels almost surprised the Knights in what was a close game. Eels fans would have been frothing at the mouth thinking they were going to get another win. However, Eels fans were in for a rude shock. Bit like a schooly teenager hooking up with Kay Manuel only to find out she has a bigger cock than you. Tigers and Bulldogs was another close game. However, the choker chain was applied and the doggies were strung up like they were in Southeast Asia during the Dog Meat Festival. The Storm rallied against the Roosters. It's like watching The Wolf of Wall Street. Everyone is trying to work out who is cooking the books the best. Storm coming away with the win. That's
good. Now that is what I want to hear more of. That is fucking brilliant work there, Sluggy. Nice.
Now, the WTF moment of the weekend. The Reese Plumbing Broncos got it deeper than a drunk male in Thailand at a ladyboy show. What the hell happened? The Dragons snuck out of Bris Vegas cleaner than Ivan Milat out of Belangolo State Forest in the early 90s.
Oh,
Currently-
shit.
So, this is currently the Cowgirls are losing against the Raiders. They lost.
They lost.
Who is going to win out of Panthers Warriors? Can the BCC outdo the Brokeback Mountain Boys? With more chins than a Chinese phone book, always playing better after Origin. Because the cunt has a rest during Origin and does fuck all during the game. Slug. Eat a dick, Laurie
amazing.
Daly.
So good. So good.
I am looking
you, Sluggy.
forward to voice clips of these from now on.
Yeah, that could be. I could just hear his angry voice now, just reading that out with just vileness. He's just fucking pumped up.
Yes.
We're getting a lot of messages. Funny enough, on our YouTube interview with Stuart McGill, we need to look into Scotty.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of messages from people saying they want to hear a lot more, past Australian cricketers on the pod. So we've had a bunch of people reach out saying guys like, Tom Moody, Brad Hodge, Merv Hughes, Brad Hatton, Nathan Bracken. Like
Nathan Bracken, did you got the message, didn't you, from Throat Goat, from Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping he reaches out to Nathan Bracken.
Yeah, that would be
Yes.
cool.
That would
Paul
be
Rifle?
sensational.
That's another good name. Martin
'Cause,
Love, Damien Martin. I don't think any of
Paul-
these people would actually want to talk to us. That's the problem.
Paul Rifle, I'm pretty sure he's a cleaner at Green Hills. If you know, you know. He used to be a cleaner at Green Hills. Dead ringer for Paul Rifle.
Oh, yes, I do remember that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, so I'm hoping Throat Goat Jimmy can get hold of Nathan Bracken. That'd be great because back in under 14s, I played rep and we had a night where Nathan Bracken and Stewie McGill were guest speakers.
Shit.
So yeah, it'd be awesome if we could get Nathan Bracken on. Just an update. If you want to take the reins and reach out to Steve O'Keefe, please do because he hasn't even read my last message.
Stevie boy, I'll have to jump on that one.
Yeah.
And also a quick, I know we're not normally doing shout outs at this part, but it is the comment club. So I'm going to shout out some of the boys in our punters club.
Oh,
Because one of them had one of the worst beats in absolute history. So Yannick Sinner, who is the number one seed in tennis, get this for a scoreline. If you've never heard this, it's quite amazing. This is an incredible loss at Roland Garros that I've ever heard. So Sinner was up. It's a best of 5 set match. 6-3, 6-2, 5-1. So he was one game away from winning the match. He went on to lose the game to an unseeded player. 6-3, 6-2. Or it's technically you go the other way. So it's 3-6, 2-6, 7-5, 6-1, 6-1. Holy shit. Apparently he was battling some injury and cramps and stuff like that. And heat stroke.
Yeah.
But that is a bad beat. That's a bad beat.
Well,
that's getting pocket aces and losing to 7-2 off suit.
7-2 off suit. I did have a laugh though. One of the boys followed up in the punters chat and just said, "Oh, bet your Sinner cost a lot of people some multis overnight."
Yeah.
And fucking probably did, 100%.
And I landed a nice little multi win there.
You did, and I did make the joke to Nev's brother Steve that fucking hell. If it's your multi, you're going to take the entire hour of this podcast just to tell us all about the multi, how you come up with it, what legs you chose, why you chose them, which way the wind was blowing, what was bloody fucking Venus in retrograde.
Well, you're going to shut up so I can go
is.
through it. So what I did was I stood there. It was raining outside. I checked the temperature, 45,000 hectopascals. No. So basically, it was a 5-legger.
It's huge. It's a great win.
Well, not 5 legs, not huge, but it
No,
was.
It was a
if
nice
you're playing at home,
collect.
it was nice. So it was the Knicks game against the Cavs, game 4.
Yep.
I had one of the Knicks players for 6 assists, and he ended up getting like 12. Then I went with OKC game 5 to win that game, which they did, and for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander to score 25, which he did. And then I was thinking Hammer always scores Origin, so I put Hammer in for anytime try scorer. And you know the funny thing about that is we were at Origin with my mate Jack, who's a Queensland supporter, and I went, "Oh my God, you'll never believe this, mate, but I'm actually going to be excited if the Hammer scores a try." And he's like, "Oh," and I told him about the malt. He's like, "Holy shit, literally within 3 seconds, Hammer scored," and he just turned to me and went, "What?" And we
That's
hugged.
huge.
And the last one was the Bulldogs and the Tigers to be under 48.5, and it was like 38.
That was fantastic. That was.
And the boys were riding us home. So thank you to the Punters Club. We picked up about, 14 grand? 1,400, sorry, 1,400.
It was 14 grand would have been sensational.
Great.
Yeah, we'd have taken that for sure.
Yeah, they would have taken that. So,
Oh,
well done.
mate.
And that pretty much draws us to the end of the pod for another week. Now, we do have to quickly mention we have some merch coming.
Yes, that's huge.
Yeah.
Do you want to touch on that?
Yeah, so we have been saying throat goat for a long time now, so we're going to start rewarding some of our throat goats. We're getting throat goat, this special throat goat emblem that only throat goats of this podcast that the diehard fans can get. So if you are a diehard throat goat and you do something special for this podcast, you have the chance to pick up a sticker absolutely free. We'll send it out to you if you do something awesome for the pod, and you get a throat goat pen. But we wanted to up the ante. There is a very, very special gold pen that there's only going to be 2 made for this point. At this point, only 2 made.
One for me and one for you.
Not a chance. I'm not. It's one for me and one for someone. So the pen is going to be a new kind of goat. It's called the golden goat.
Right.
So if you are the golden goat, you are one of a kind. That's why there's only 2 there. Because we may look at stealing one, or at least having one to showcase on the podcast. But it's going to be very hard to win the golden goat, but we'll find a way down the track. Think of it like a really, really special award for something really, really special. If you do something extremely special for this podcast, then you are the chance of having a 1 of 1, or maybe a 1 of 5 or 6 in the end. We won't do many of them, I'll tell you that much, because they're not fucking cheap. So it's a proper, like, full-on gold, not gold-plated, but gold pen with the ink refills in the box. Like, it's a proper, beautiful pen that will say, Talking Sport Report, Golden Goat.
I want one.
Yeah, so this is coming up. There you go.
Okay, so watch this space. Keep your ears and eyes peeled, because we will have, I guess, there will be ways to achieve, earn.
Yep.
Yeah,
we have
basically go down
landed a whole
history.
bunch of new Talking Sport Report black trucker hats that I'm happily hand out to anyone who wants one.
black
So
ones.
again,
Hats
if
on
you're yeah, just chuck us an email and maybe give us something great. Give us a video message or a message, and then say, hey, I'd love a hat. And then we'll probably work it out. Probably send you one, fucking, to be quite honest. But that wraps up the podcast for another week. Next week, we'll talk about Origin. We'll keep you up to date with the NBA Finals and hopefully get to more of your comments and emails and messages in the comment club. Scotty, as always, mate, absolute pleasure.
Absolute pleasure, mate. Thank you for having me. Have a ripper week to yourself. Have a ripper week to all the listeners. And go fuck yourself, Ronaldo Mulatalo.
Peace, love, dove.